The average African child is no stranger to folklores. Over the years, traditions, beliefs, and legends were preserved by orally passing them down one generation to another. Captured in these folklores are the stories of triumphs, conquests, and sometimes tragedies faced by a group of people. This has served us well, and with the advent of the media, the practice of preserving and transferring our history has been fostered. As beneficial as this practice has been, there have been moments when information handed down to us have permanently shaped our perceptions of certain places and people. We have formed our impressions and sometimes biases based off of what we were told or what we read. This information then forms the thoughts that come to mind when we hear about a place. However, what we know is not all that there is. What we have heard is not always the complete truth. And this is the case with what I am about to share with you. So, in the spirit of folklores, story. Somewhere in northeastern Nigeria, a 20,265 square kilometer stretch of land plays host to around 2,365,000 people. A masterly planned and constructed road network welcomes you into this area, weaving through it and giving you access to breathtaking views, especially at night. This place is home to various ethnic groups that live in peaceful coexistence. Little wonder it is referred to as the jewel in the savannah. It is my delight to welcome you to Gombe State.
4. Gombe State, with headquarters at Gombe, part of the present Bauchi State, and shall comprise 11 local governments.
Founded in October 1996, Gombe State is prominently placed at the center of northeastern Nigeria and is bordered to the north and northeast by Borno and Yobe states, to the south by Taraba State, to the southeast by Adamawa State, and to the west by Bauchi State, all of which make up the northeast.
After several years of calm, suicide bombers are back on the streets of northeastern Nigeria.
Workers in Gombe City in northeast Nigeria fear that a series of bombings on Wednesday could have killed more than 40 people.
Another female bomber struck again.
Emergency workers evacuate the bodies of farm labourers slaughtered while working in rice fields.
When some people hear about northeastern Nigeria, what comes to mind is violence, bombing, and tragedy. This narrative is far from the truth and passed down from person to person has unfortunately stopped a lot of people from experiencing the great treasure that exists here. The state has 11 local government areas, namely Ako, Balanga, Biliri, Duku, Funakai, Gombe, Kaltungo, Kwami, Nafada, Songom, and Yamatu Deba, with Gombe being the capital city. Hausa is the major language spoken. Fulani, Tangale, Waja, Tera, Tula, amongst others, are also spoken. On any beautiful morning, the crow of a cock is likely not to be the only thing that greets your ears. Even more prominent are the various tones and pitches of voices that fill the air as people exchange pleasantries. On every street corner, the sound of boisterous laughter rings out as people move about to begin their activities. Whether you choose to commute with tricycles, popularly known as keke napep, or a taxi or bus, the combination of good roads and an efficient transportation system makes moving from one point to another a seamless experience with zero traffic congestions, leaving you fresh and in high spirits as you arrive at your destination. Unfortunately, the sounds that accompany camaraderie are not the only things that fill the atmosphere on any given day. Something else that is even more intense hits you in the face with the intensity of Mike Tyson's fist, leaving you dazed. Mike Tyson's punch and this thing bear a salient similarity. They both have an effect on your nose. While the former is likely to leave you with a broken nose, the latter leaves your nose tickled. This something is the aroma of street food. Street food is a major feature of any city, typically made from locally grown crops and flavors distinct to the area. They form an important part of daily life. Trust me when I say you need to experience the sumptuous street delicacies of Danwake, Awara, Akara da Dankali, and Kunun Aya. I especially want to recommend that you have a taste of hot masa and the accompanying soup. Permit me to break out of refined English to say, if you chop you go one lick plate chop finger. I cannot fail to mention the sweet-tasting sugarcane sticks arranged in trucks that line the streets of Gombe. Pick the right one, and you have great company that refreshes you on a hot afternoon. At nighttime, the city is alive with beautiful street lights that line the roads for kilometers on end, adding to the ambience of the skyline and giving you a sight to marvel at as you take a walk, drive through, or visit any one of the beautiful relaxation centers littered all over town. At every major road intersection, you are sure to find a shed featuring a blazing fire, slowly cooking small cuts of meat on skewer sticks called suya, slowly roasting marinated whole chickens and well-seasoned fish. Well, this documentary is not solely about food, so let us move along now. A combination of a hard-working populace and good governance has made the state one of the best cities for doing business. Phillips Consulting, in its 2023 State Performance Index Assessment Report, gave a concise report on the performance of the 36 states in Nigeria, including the Federal Capital Territory. A PSPI score of 0.80 ranks the states the first out of the 36 states and the FCT, with a AAA rating. Key contributors to this achievement are well-constructed road networks that extend to rural areas and well-planned drainage systems, excellent sanitation practices, food security, access to basic health services, and a secure environment, amongst others. The stellar performance of the state over the years has not resulted in crossed legs and folded hands. On the contrary, it has been a motivator for even greater efforts. To boost the economy of the state government has undertaken a giant feat to modernize 27 markets and build an industrial park.
My name is Abdulkadir Osman, the Managing Director, GROCOL, Gombe State Revenue Optimization Company Limited. The major vision is to optimize the revenue of Gombe State, that is, so that it assists Gombe State in reducing its own dependence on the federal allocation. We have about 9 assets that has been transferred. We have the International Conference Center, we have the International Hotel, then we have the Jewel Hotel, which is not operational for now, Trailer Bay, which is near the International Hotel and the International Conference Center. Then we have the one that is coming up now, which is the ultra-modern motor park, which is situated along FCE Ashaka Road. The major and the mega project among the GROCOL assets is the Dadinko Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park. So Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park is 80% or about 90% completed, and it will soon start operating. So you see, with this diverse commercial assets, GROCOL is poised to put Gombe State on a very sound revenue footing. GROCOL is going to take Gombe to an enviable high in terms of revenue generation, and Gombe is a city that is a growing city which has a lot of youth graduates that are seeking for employment. So we are going to create a platform so that these youth could be engaged, and it's going to be a win-win story between the populace and the state government.
As far as development is concerned, the Gombe State Development Plan GSDP, a 10-year development plan spanning the period of 2021 to 2030, shows that Gombe State is only just beginning. The Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations 2020 Development Agenda form the bedrock of the plan, with the plan drawing heavily on them in line with global trends. If you are looking for a place to experience rich and colorful culture, Gombe State is the right place to be. Festivities such as the Eid al-Fitr celebrations feature the Doba, a procession of strictly men, elegantly clothed in magnificent robes and turbans, which are a symbol of prestige and royalty, riding on equally well-decorated and colorful horses. The procession also features a spectacular bazaar of music produced with traditional musical instruments. As the procession makes its way through the streets, everyone stops to take in the spectacular sight. Excellent craftsmanship is also a major mark of the people of Gombe State. This is demonstrated in various trades which include, but are not limited to, wood carving, metal works, and fabric weaving. When it comes to commerce, Gombe State is a powerhouse. One of the crops cultivated on a mammoth scale is rice. Harvested rice can be processed at a large-scale rice processing plant in Nasarawa, from where rice is exported to every nook and cranny of the nation. Take a trip to Tudun Hatsi, which means Grain Hill, and you will find an 88-year-old rice market in the premises of the first modern Jumat mosque in Gombe, where locals can purchase rice as well as export to other states. Located at Tashanduku is an important part of the local economy that is a source of pride for the people. A bustling and vibrant cow market, where thousands of cows of various breeds and sizes are put on display for buyers. The state government has divulged that plans are underway to build an ultra-modern abattoir and cattle market that will serve as a regional hub for livestock business activities. Another significant mark of Gombe State is the value it places on education. This is reflected in the investments of the government in the educational sector, as well as in the establishment of top-notch educational institutions, both public and private. The state plays host to 4 universities approved by the National Universities Commission, namely the Federal University Kashere, Gombe State University of Science and Technology, Gombe State University, and the Northeastern University, as well as a good number of primary and secondary schools. The state also boasts of a world-class international conference center, the best in the north and among the top 3 in the entire nation. The state-of-the-art facility, built by the Dankwambo administration, features a 1,000-seater conference hall, a 1,500 capacity banquet hall, 3 meeting rooms, 2 seminar halls, 770 kVA standby power, 36 concession stores, 24-hour business centers, and a world-class parking space.
It has been generally accepted that if Nigeria is to make rapid progress on all fronts internally, and if she is to make her mark on the continent of Africa, and indeed in the Committee of Nations, then her youth must be fully mobilized and be prepared to offer willingly and without asking for rewards in return, their best in the service of their nation at all times. The establishment of the National Youth Service Corps is the first step towards the realization of this lofty goal. In conclusion, I wish to assure you, Mr. Chairman, and members of the Directorate of the National Youth Service Corps, of the full support and cooperation of all the governments in the Federation in your undertakings. Yours is not an easy assignment, and the whole world will watch to see what you make of this bold and challenging venture. God willing, you will not fail. I wish you the very best of luck, success, and God's blessings. Thank you very much.
Every year, the state plays host to thousands of people from every corner of the 6 geopolitical zones under the umbrella of the National Youth Service Corps NYSC scheme. Corps members camp at the temporary orientation camp in Amada for 21 days. One important part of the NYSC scheme that begins during the camping period is the skills acquisition and entrepreneurship development, popularly known among Corps members as SAED. It allows Corps members to enroll for free to acquire any skill they are interested in amongst the available options. Post-camp, Corps members are given the opportunities to continue their training with the instructors at a considerably subsidized rate. Many Corps members use the opportunity to acquire useful skills that give them the opportunity to explore and deploy their potential while earning money. After their mandatory 1 year of service, many Corps members decided to settle down in Gombe, one of the major reasons being the ease of doing business in the state.
My name is Ibrahim Buba Michelia. I'm the head of SAED NYSC Gombe State, and one of the essence of the SAED, as the acronym stands, is skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development. And this has really impacted the lives of Corps members in Gombe State entirely. And it's very important for even not Corps members, for individuals to know what to do part time to add income to the little they receive from the federal government. During the orientation course, Corps members are employed to go into the MCAN training, where they begin to learn certain skills of their choice in camp. Then after the camp, we have what we call the post-camp training. And this is where the Corps member will continue to learn what he has started in camp, to also enhance his own skills. So at the end of the day, they will not leave the NYSC without having anything to do. They will be able to have something to do that will help them in life, that will help them and help their families as well. And they will also be employers of labor, because what they have learned, they want to pass it to other people. And maybe they want to employ other people that want to do the same, because they have the skill, they have the technical, they're educated, and they know how to go about it.
My name is Pam Sarah Samuel. I'm the CEO of SW Creative World, and I serve in Gombe 2016-2017. Also, as I was a serving Corps member, I was training Corps members also. So I've been able to train a lot. Even right here in Gombe, some of them are residing here in Gombe. They train from me, they've established their own businesses. My aim is to see that youths like me are being able to establish businesses.
Hello, my name is Emeka Gabriel Biauchi. I'm from Imo State. I was posted for my NYSC the year 2017. And I evolved to become the creative director, IBEM Studio and Film Academy. Yeah, when I was posted to Gombe back then in 2017, I saw lots of opportunities that were not harnessed. And I saw Gombe as a virgin land, a land that needed improvement, a land that needed more of creative mindsets who can harness the potentials of this state. Their environment is awesome. Their power supply here in Gombe is top-notch. They have good roads. Their taxing here, it's very fair. The state has a lot of potentials to grow. And the people of Gombe are very friendly. And so far, so good. Gombe has really been a jewel in the savannah. It has really been a place where I grew and I had more things than I had before.
My name is Okumola Bolaji, and I work for Loving World Technology. I'm from Oyo State, which is Ishayin to be precise. Loving World Technology is an IT firm in Nigeria. We focus on tech. Our major goal is to make sure that we reduce unemployment, and when partner with NYSC through SAED to make sure we make that happen.
So I decided to stay back in Gombe, being the first lady in Gombe into shoemaking. At least I'm making history, and my aim is to encourage ladies. Seeing me here doing it will motivate them to also do the same. That was why I stayed back.
I can never overemphasize on the fact that young people need to have a skill apart from their BSc or whatsoever degree they must have finished school with. I basically started photography while I was in school, when I was in my second year. During camp, there was a program for SAED, where core members are supposed to learn skills and acquire skills. I opted for photography and videography while I was in the NYSC camp, to also brush up my photography skill, which is very paramount. So my advice to young people leaving the university now, try as much as possible to get something that you can do with your hands, so that we don't always rely on the government to give us jobs, to provide things for us. We on our own can really do things that can really help us, that we can really do things that can even lift us from poverty.
When I relocate fully to Gombe, that's 2020, I realized that there is much within the town that a lot of people don't know. There's a lot of average youths, or will I use the word Corper, that are just dangling. They have passion for success, but they don't know where and how to get the success. I can only give you a list of names that they even forgot what they studied in university and focus on what they learn as a skill. Today, that becomes their main source of income. And that's what we do as an organization.
In CAM, you're being introduced to just basic. Don't take what you've learned in CAM and just sit down that you have learned. Locate a post-CAM training center close to you. It will amaze you that at the end of the day, this is what you find yourself doing.
I think so far in my line of my career, since I started 2019, I've graduated over 10 people in the field of photography, in the field of cinematography, in the field of drone piloting. They have really been of value to the society. They've also created jobs for themselves. They've always also added impact. They've also paid their taxes to the government. They've also added to Nigeria as a whole. My aim is to make sure that whatever skill I have will be passed across the young generation, so that even when we are no longer in business in later on, we still have people who can take it up and pursue it and take it to the highest length.
My name is Samson Zinom. I'm a pharmacist by training. I'm from Kaduna State. I'm an entrepreneur. I've worked in Zinom Pharmacy for the past 8 years as the managing director. I'm actually the pioneer managing director for Zinom Pharmacy and Laboratory Services. Zinom Pharmacy started in 2015, October 10th. Anywhere there is service deficit or value deficit, that's where opportunity lies. And so Gombe provides such an opportunity. Since the coming of Zinom Pharmacy on board, Zinom Pharmacy has provided employment for a lot of individuals. And it even becomes much more broader since we entered into the hospitality and hotel business. It means we have extra people who are providing services for, and then therefore we'll need more hands and therefore more employment for people. And so my advice to core members is that anywhere you're coming from, there are things that exist in such states where you're coming from. Now, your job as an individual is to use your mind. And so it's pertinent that you come with an open mind to any location. It is always said that a lizard in Nigeria can never be a crocodile in the US. And it's actually true. It's just a function of you as a person and how well you're able to use your mind, to create products and services that will serve the people where you live, the immediate community, where you live. And so it's pertinent that we have this in mind as we go on with our, lives as core members.
My name is Bala Muhammad Baba.
I'm an assistant director in charge of Community Development Service branch of NYSC Secretariat Gombe. And honestly speaking, I have to tell you that the commencement of NYSC as one of the most important programs that serve as a unifying factor that promote the indivisibility, and of course the entity called Nigeria cannot in any way be separated from what we call as essential component of promoting national unity in Nigeria. Community Development Service is one of the cardinal programs of NYSC. It is indeed a program that was deliberately intended to carry out what we call as essential services to members of our host communities. CDS has been classified into three. We have individual CDS, we have group CDS, and we have collaborative CDS. The individual CDS is a situation where a co-member after orientation is posted to a particular place of primary assignment. Such co-member is expected to go around his host community and discover the felt need of the people living in that community by a way of making his contribution, which will be remembered even after the service. And when we talk about group CDS, every state, depending on the days agreed upon, all co-members are expected to gather on a particular day to carry out group CDS. NYSC normally embark on what we call as Health Initiative for Rural Dwellers. This program is basically meant to give what we call as health assistance to members of our host communities who don't even have what we call as direct access to our primary, secondary, and tertiary health facilities.
While serving, corps members have the beautiful opportunity to experience the culture of the people of Gombe State in all 11 local government areas. They also have the opportunity to contribute to the betterment of their host communities through their community development service groups. In the course of their activities, corps members find that the people are very hospitable and friendly. Some leaders of various CDS groups shared their experience with us.
My name is Chukudadeze Doris from Enugu State. I'm in SDGs, this time for Sustainable Development Goals, CDS group. So in SDG is all about touching lives. We have a lot of goals, about 17 goals that we work with, which brothers across life on land, no poverty, good education, good health. We have been able to come up with projects that we've done just to make sure that we affect lives. And we recently organized a spelling bee for secondary schools in Gombe State. 35 schools were in attendance, and the children were able to prove themselves, pair words, and compete with themselves, build up their confidence as well. And then we make sure that we leave no one behind, because that's our slogan, SDGs, leaving no one behind.
My name is Oji Stephen. I hail from Rivers State, and I'm the president of PET CDS, which actually stands for Peers, Educators, Trainers. The CDS is practically a trainers, educators CDS that train the community on HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. Part of our ways of making sure that the CDS is promoted in the community is that we go about training young people and telling the younger generation about the impact of HIV, particularly in Gombe State. And part of this, we had our orientation camp, sensitization on HIV and AIDS in a bid to celebrate the World AIDS Day.
My name is Sunday Jennifer, standing in for the Medical Aid CDS group. Basically, what we do is we carry out sensitizations, we do community awareness. So we've been able to bridge the gap by offering free services, which has really helped, because a lot of them discovered that they had underlying health issues which they were able to get help for, and then we referred them to where to get the proper follow-up for the health issues. Our impact has been felt in the community because we have taken the health of everybody in the community very seriously, and we hope to do more with the support of NYSC and our officials here. We hope to do more.
My name is Omunu Sunday. I'm from Kogi State. I'm a representative of the Road Safety Corps CDS group.
affiliate of the Federal Road Safety Corps in Nigeria. Our aim is to propagate road safety ethics and ideals to complement the efforts of the Federal Road Safety Corps of Nigeria. One of our many projects has been the construction of zebra crossings in many locations, including a school in Cross and in front of a specialist hospital. Also, we have managed to organize an awareness program where we sensitize a major park in Gombe State, the Gombe Line Motor Park, on safety and proper conduct when using the road as motorists and pedestrians. Our impact on the society has been to educate the general public on proper conduct on the road, road safety ideals, road safety ethics, and the bottom line has been that lives and properties are safe and secured, which is in no part due to our efforts as pedestrians and motorists, and also as the Federal Road Safety Corps CDS Group.
My name is Favour Joseph Orokepo. I'm a member of the NYSC Band CDS Gombe State chapter. The NYSC Band is a heartbeat of the NYSC scheme, in that we are always invited to programs that has to do with NYSC, like the camp activities and the post-camp activities. If other CDS groups have rallies, they have things to exhibit, they call NYSC Band, and we go there and we display. We have a motto which is one band, one sound, which means that different instruments come with different people playing it to create a harmony. And whenever we play, it rekindles joy in the hearts of so many that are opportune to listen to us play.
Good day, I am Amefle Joshua Chemerie. DUDI represents Digital on Borders for digital empowerment, employability and leadership mentoring. In DUDI CDS here in Gombe State, we bridge the gap in the community between those who are digitally literate and those who are, let's say, illiterate to an extent digitally. We've embarked on several projects. We've gone on advocacy campaigns at cross markets. Then also, recently we had a workshop at Government Science and Technical College Gombe, where we taught the students, especially the NTC2 and NTC3 students, who we know are going to go into the community very soon after their secondary school. We basically taught them that every person can be digital and every person can put themselves out there. They can build their profile, they can make themselves marketable, whether it is personal or whether it is business profile. We've also used radio stations like Amana Radio to discuss about the digital skills and how people can actually acquire these digital skills here in Gombe State.
Another offshoot of the NYSC making significant contributions is the Nigerian Christian Corpus Fellowship, NCCF. This body caters to the well-being of all Christian corps members, providing free accommodation in a conducive environment called the Family House. Under one roof, the deliberately designed system gives corps members the opportunity to meet and interact with other young people from different states in the Federation with different backgrounds, while learning about each other's cultures and building friendships and advantageous connections that will last a lifetime. Once a year, the Gombe State chapter, like all other chapters across the country, embarks on an outreach to interior parts of the state to provide the target population with free medical services, counseling, and food and clothing items purchased through the contributions of corps members and donors affiliated with the fellowship.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Ajibai Dorako Babatunde. I'm from Kwara State. I'm the State President of NCCF Gombe State 2023-2024 spiritual year. So this is NCCF Nigeria Christian Corpus Fellowship Gombe State chapter, and God has placed us in the heart of Gombe so as to ensure that every Jesus Corper, every Corper placed to Gombe State encounter Jesus Christ, and they are effectively equipped so as to minister the gospel to the nook and cranny of Nigeria. Of course, we know that from NYSC, NCCF also came, so we have been working hand in hand with NYSC so as to provide shelter, so as to provide water, so as to provide electricity for every corps member that is being sent to Gombe town. God has been helping us also. He has been sending us to rural places so as to minister the gospel. And as we are ministering the gospel, we are also providing them with things that they need to know and things that they can learn so as for their hand, not to be idle. Because even the Bible says that even an idle one is the devil's workshop. This is NCCF Gombe State. Welcome. God bless you.
The Muslim Corpers Association of Nigeria, MCAN, is the body that caters to the welfare of Muslim corps members in the state. The association provides support for corps members right from their exits from camp by transporting them for free to major landmarks within the state, greatly reducing the burden of transportation costs and time wastage in locating their various areas of posting. MCAN also provides corps members with free accommodation for the period of their service year, should they choose to stay. Living in a common area fosters the building of strong relationships and growth in the Muslim faith.
Okay, my name is Bello Abubakar Sadiq. I am the president of MCAN. We call it AMIR. MCAN is an acronym for Muslim Corps Members Association of Nigeria. MCAN is a body which was created in 1978, and it has helped corps members in many ways. For example, it gives accommodation to corps members who do not have accommodation. Also, there are a lot of activities which MCAN is into. For example, we go for sensitization in camp. We create Quranic competition, public lectures there in camp, and post-camp programs. We extend our wings to all the local government areas of Gombe State. When you come to MCAN, you will see a lot of corpers from different states, different background, different mentality, with different belief, but we all sit together, we do things together. In MCAN, we have people with different talents, different ideas. Everybody is contributing towards the development of corps members, toward the development of NYSC, and toward the development of the association through what they study, and through their skills, and through their ideas.
I am Chinwende Nawachukwu, the State Coordinator NYSC Gombe, Nigeria. The NYSC scheme, to the best of my knowledge, is primarily to let everybody know about every other part of the country. It also provides corps members the opportunity for job retention after service. If a corps member works very well, most times they are retained in where they are posted, their primary assignment. It has also shown us that because of integration, all the myths and wrong talks about parts of the country, the north is this, the east is this, the west is this, corps members have known the truth about the country by being there themselves. We find out that whether we like it or not, the white-collar job is no longer available for grabs. But there's something we call the skill acquisition, where corps members learn a trade, and we have been able to empower them through loans, grants from our collaborators. They are now employers of laborers instead of them being looking for jobs themselves. They can now employ other people and pay salaries. The corps member comes to Gombe State, meets a lady from Gombe State and falls in love, and then they get married. Cultural integration. In the part of the government or the country, we have something we call CDS, Community Development Service, where corps members are enjoying to leave the host community better than they met there. We have corps members who have gone into building schools, building hospitals, building roads, building so many things for their host communities. There's no gainsaying that the presence of corps members have helped a lot of communities in Nigeria. Take for example teachers. Many schools in the country will not be able to go through without corps members. We have about 80% of our corps members teaching in government schools and in private schools, impacting knowledge to the children. And we've also tried to make the corps members be role models. Every corps member should take skill acquisition very serious, because the country we have now, the jobs are no more there. It is what you have learned as a skill that will make you thrive. And finally, I want to say that every corps member should please be law-abiding and make sure that you put the country first. It's not what the country can do for you, but what you can do for your country, that is paramount. Thank you very much.